What's up, man? It's Bezo803 on that social media. We got my co-host with us right now.
I am Ben Mikey, man. Let's get this money.
Exclusive interview right now. We got the big homie all the way from, he from Charlotte, he from everywhere. VA, he from Columbia, he from everywhere. He be everywhere.
Mr. Get It.
I be everywhere.
Everywhere.
Gaudy Biggs.
Gaudy Biggs. Y'all know that boy tore down the live from the booth. Y'all know him.
Definitely. When you say my name, say it right. Fix your shoulders.
How you doing, my brother?
I'm absolutely fantastic, man. Like it legit feel like home. It's a good vibe, great energy in here, man.
I'm sorry we don't got no drinks or nothing, man.
I don't even drink.
Damn.
Oh, man.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm looking for a water. I'm just sweaty in here. I need to get.
My bad. We gotta get our cooler together.
That ain't true. I got this hot ass sweatshirt trying to promote Gaudy Stars. She's the
man.
signature.
You got them online?
Yeah, okay. GaudyStars.com. Got kids clothes, got accessories, got 3 different collections.
Yeah,
so
okay. Yeah.
just tap in.
We're gonna get into all that. So, man, the first time I seen you, man, Paul Davis had a showcase at my house in Columbia, and you know, we go to these things all the time, and I pay attention to the performance. I pay attention, real heavy. And I see a lot of guys, I'm like, all right, he's cool. But then when you came up there, the energy was different. The performance was different. I was like, yeah, he one of them ones. So I just reached out, and we've been kind of tapping in back and forth since then. And definitely a pleasure to have you finally here, man. You was one of the people that we were saying, yeah, man, he's getting placements on different movies and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, for real? So, with all that success and all that, man, we're gonna talk about all that. But I like to always take it all the way back to the beginning so we can, take people on the journey of your life, your path, and your career.
Let's do it.
Where you originally from?
Originally from Virginia Beach, born in Norfolk.
So what's it like growing up around there, man?
It's
typical day. You 13, 14. What's life like up there? Oh, whatever.
It's fun. The priority is to be the flyers. Like everywhere else to be the flyers. But in my mind, Virginia Beach was kind of like a Virginia Harlem. Like we want to be different, fly. Like you be done killed yourself, stole from your mama. Like type of shit.
Yeah.
To have some jewelry, to have like the name brand clothes, and just for the women to look at you like that nigga, for everybody to see you and just be like, that's that nigga. Like that was really the mind goal. Like I tell people in Virginia, like we were taught how to get money to pay people to do things for them. It's like now moving down south, I see like they actually pour into their people to know how to do for yourself. And get money.
Right.
But yeah, Virginia is Virginia. The beach 15 minutes away. The girls, because the dudes is like that. The girls, they, you know what I'm saying? Like self-absorbed gold digging.
Talk about the girls there, man. What the girls like?
See, okay, right. So
I'm gonna said it. I'm just here.
I'm gonna give you a single man point of view. Yeah, you fucking up my house. So listen. So I love Virginia. Virginia's a melting pot. We have people from Philly, New York, everywhere. So I say all that to say this: between the mentality of the men, you got to understand what type of women come with that. So everybody's very self-absorbed, but into how they look. XYZ. The women, it's a lot of. It's a lot of blended white, black, but it's a lot of working out. It's a lot of body shaping. It's a lot of niggas coming out their pocket. You dig? Like
rising the price up, raising the price on that thing.
Buying bags, like it's
man.
That shit like one big dating show.
Oh man.
Flexing so dating show.
Let's talk about the fashion. You say that's y'all big on getting fly down there. So taking it back when you was in school, what was y'all rocking back then? What y'all known for?
Me, really, I never, my lane was not doing everybody else's lane. Like we was into the jerseys and the cargos, like kind of like really what's out now. It was just rock in a different size type thing.
Okay.
Let me think. Like I don't even know. Like Jabos was there, like, and that's throwback, and like we went through the Dickies phase, like when we had the Philly influence. But one thing, we did not wear or respect Reeboks. We used to call them Woadies. If you came to school with some of them motherfucking soft ass classics, they're running shoes like yo, listen, man, I guarantee you will go to fuck home or try to kill a nigga.
Damn.
It was that bad.
That's that New Orleans vibe, man.
Reebok classic.
Yeah. But we
you could not.
We I ain't gonna lie, down here, man, the classic with the bubblegum bottoms was popping.
Listen, those are so
skip that.
official.
Ooh,
That's a mentality that we had.
The bubblegum bottle joints?
Yeah.
What?
I ain't gonna lie, I skipped that era. I ain't gonna lie.
Bubblegum bottom on anything, even now, like
It's hard, man.
Yeah.
It's hard. So
Yeah.
take us back to, man, when you was growing up, like what type of music was you listening to? You know, was it more like VA music or up north? Where you was on back then when you was growing up in Virginia?
Virginia is was very heavily influenced by New York
Okay.
and East Coast North music, like so. Any and everything that was popping there, like you know, like
Yeah.
it, like back then it wasn't so many outlets. So at the same time, like you know, it was only like 3 good rappers that you see what I'm saying. It was a Jay-Z was out there. Wu-Tang has always had like crazy following, like Nas. It just you know when they like lasted, like artists lasted and like went on and like so their name was kind of stamped, like.
Right.
But me, I get attached to what I like and I OD on it. So like those 3 artists in particular, it's kind of like I kind of built my love and direction for like music or what was good to me. Like from them, it was just like how they could play with words. That shit was nuts.
Yeah, I love that.
So do you know? Can you name anybody from the area, from your area, your direct area that was buzzing? But even if they not popping now, that was buzzing back then that you might have been listening to, or you seen them moving around doing music?
Yeah, it's like it's crazy. And I say that because I've always been around music or somebody. If it wasn't the music side, it was the street side. It was all together as far as being around somebody who was somebody on their way to being somebody. Like a smaller name people might not know, but it's a big name in Virginia, DMP, Dirty Music Production. They was produced by Knots Raw. Knots Raw like produced one of Busta Rhymes. I don't know if it's currently, but one of Busta Rhymes' biggest projects that he ever had. So to be young and to be able to go out Norfolk and go in the DM, like see Knots Raw all the time and go to like Roger Brown's and clubs and shit like that. Snoop coming through, Petey Pablo coming through. It was different. So like, and DMP, like his group that he put together, Dirty Music Production, they had a song called I don't want to get that up, and it was like a big song in Virginia.
Okay. I don't want to give. I'm gonna check that out.
You know, I want to get that up. Matter of fact,
down.
I got a whole nother story because of my play cousin, like he lied to Knots to get me out of situation. He wanted to do a project with me and him. He just wanted to be him.
Yeah.
So this nigga disappeared and tell him, yo, Biggs is running wild in the street. I can't get up with him, this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
So anywho, neither hitting nobody. There's plenty of stories.
Man,
But
right.
But then just Virginia, and then so with like that outlet, it was cool. There's another group called Gypsies. Like this, a lot of people really don't know. Like before, like the neo look with the dreads and females, they was different. It was dope. So through that, just moving forward, and then like I had somebody, they big brother used to hang out with he grew up with the Clipse in Salem.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
like 10 minutes from
That's what I was getting to.
10 minutes from where I live.
Yeah.
But I got 20 of these stories. Like I always been around. But so long story short, we start, interacting. I started hanging with the big brother more than the little brother. He saw what we was doing at that time. Had enough momentum. So
Yeah. So let's take it back because I think you fast forward.
I be trying
So
to.
so you in Virginia. You say you heavily influenced by NYC rap,
Yeah.
Big Dogs, Jay-Z, all Nas.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you name a couple of records and artists that was bubbling around the area. What are you doing at this time? Before you even pick up a pen, before you record it, what are you doing at this time as a kid? You just going to school? You just in the hood?
Here's the thing. Music. I had me and the dude I'm talking about with the Knots Raw shit. We was doing pep rallies in elementary school and tearing that shit the fuck down.
Okay, that's what I want to know. Okay, so so at that time, were you actually recording, or you just had songs you knew you was freestyling? What was the what's the first introduction to music? What's the first verse you started writing first? Some people say I was doing poems first. Like
no,
what was your first?
I wanted to do this. Like I understood it was new music being made. It was new music that was much newer. But like I used to really like study that Nas, just learning double entendres and like it was. it was like watching a beautiful painting in motion to me. Just as so much you could do with words. But me at that time, like, no, we was recording, and it's like now, dudes had studios in their house. Had the real. Listen, I done told it. Listen, dude had a reel. They ain't up to date or nothing. But like we in there, we doing music. He quote unquote shopping around. You know, everybody's a manager. Everybody had a record company. But we was recording. I've been in the studio for like. Bro, from like since elementary school.
Dang.
God damn.
I just popped back out just because I took a 10-year break just to get my world and life together so my family be straight. But always.
Right. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting, man. I didn't know it started that early, man. So
always.
Was it a particular album, song, moment that made you? I mean, I know you started young. That made you say, "I'm doing this. This is what I'm called to do." Did your friends say, "Yo, you dead nice"? Like, what was that season like where you decided you gonna go hard with this thing? Was it like a specific moment or time? Or?
I'm gonna be real with you. It was, and as soon as I did it and I spit my first verse, mind you, had no cadence, rhythm. It was just like rambling, but the words was crazy. I always been like,
you know it?
Hell no.
I thought we was gonna get one.
Hell no. This year I done probably write a couple of hundred raps and trying to figure them out. But yeah, bro, it was like I never really looked back like, do people like or love what I do? It was just like I fell in love with me. Like, you ever like somebody, man, y'all gonna get bad. Like the chick that's, let me see, politically correct, the ugly bitch, right? That she just so good to you or something about her, like can't nobody tell you nothing. It don't matter if you think she bad or this, like, it's my shit. And I've always been a hard worker, so what I didn't know, I took the time to like learn and be honest and get better.
Gotcha. What's up, man? So, you know, coming from, you know, Virginia, we got to ask the question. You know, what was it like when Timbaland started going crazy and his whole movement, and then the Clipse came a little later.
Teddy Riley.
Teddy Riley. That whole what you know, take us through that, because. You know, Missy, it started from a place, and, you know, it got up to with the Clipse and even beyond that now. But take us through that where, you know, what's happening before that, matter of fact. If you
let me tell you, I'm not going to lie, that Timbaland come up with so motherfucking bittersweet, but it was my first big lesson of judging a book by its cover and following people. You see what I'm saying? Like, at this point in time, like I say, we in Virginia, I don't never stay too far. Like, I'm in the medium project. I'm definitely in the hood, and like everything's around. So we only hung with certain type of people. We only did certain type of things. Timbaland never had that vibe. So here's the thing: nobody really knows Timbaland. Like we knew his brother and went to school with him, right? So we playing like we in the hood playing basketball. We young, got jewelry on, we got a few little chicks out there. He runs out the car. Yo, cause we doing our rap shit. Yo, I brought my brother. I telling you, man, my brother Timbaland, he had a gold Honda Acura. The shit was broke the fuck. Listen, it didn't look like shit. He looked thirsty as a bitch. He looked goofy and shit. Boom. Listen, the car side. So we like, bro, that's your brother? He was like, yo, I've been telling him about y'all that y'all dope, Like, he vouching for it. So he was like, yo, y'all gotta come listen to his shit. He was like, that corny ass nigga, fuck that nigga. Like, we back smoking and drinking. He left, and that was never it. I mean, and that was it. But to this day, like, I remember hearing people upset he don't fuck with certain type of rappers. Why he go get the Magoo? Why he rap with this, that, and the third? But see, people like us, and it was a majority of like us in there. Why you want to work with people who we didn't even listen to the music? We didn't even listen. We looked at him like he like boom, like. Bro, I see that meat neck moving up and down. His brother, like, at the time to us, his brother corny. We looking at this dude, he don't even got a cool car. Like, niggas' older brother is driving Benz. Like, come on, man. I mean, bro, we can't, I'm not even gonna be seen next to your car.
So you saying VA artists, the street artists that was, you know, moving around back in that time, they ain't show Timbaland no love.
If I go based off of what I know Virginia to be and my experience, I see that would have been enough to turn me off. Because it's clearly, when he touched them cute, whatever he do, it's crazy. It's a unique sound still to this day. Like, bro, we didn't give it a chance.
Damn.
So you think that helped? You think overall up to now, how you think that affected Virginia's music?
I think it was healthy for Virginia music, because whatever his reason for going that direction, it expanded what hip hop was at that time. Cause you got if you have an up north influence, we ain't doing shit but stab. You know, like same thing now, but it's like it's hard. Like we stomping niggas in the head with Timbs and Ford, like bro, like. So it was. I can respect it much more now, being older and more mature. But like it was different, and no matter whether you like the lyrics or not, bro, like it felt good to be Virginia. It was a story that you wanted to forget, but I won't not tell it having any type of platform.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. That's what's up, man. That's a crazy story you just told, man.
I never forget. I can see the car, I can see the trunk shaking, the hubcap. Like, man, that shit looks stupid.
Man.
I'm not saying that he would have liked us and we would have been up this, that, and third, but it was an opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, I keep all type of people around me now.
Yeah, definitely, man. You never know who, talent, period.
Anybody of value, bro. Yeah. You don't have to fit into no box.
What about the Clipse back then, man? What was that energy like, the Clipse?
The Clipse, that was amazing. Like I said, I started moving around with I ain't calling my homeboy. We had classes together. Like now, like that's like family. Shout out LJ, his big brother B. Matter of fact, I just did a show in Virginia. He threw a block party because they legalized marijuana out there.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
Block party.
I didn't know that.
He was out there. The Clipse old DJ was out there, but neither here nor there. So me and him start linking up because we was like-minded. He see that, was young and moving in the same direction that he had already figured out in his age. Like, B got some age on me, you know what I'm saying? But we just click vibe even more than, like, Jay. But the thing was, he grew up out Salem, and he grew up around, Gene and Terrence, which is Malice and Pusha T. Right. But they was really like brothers, B and Malice. Like, to this... Yeah, that's funny. I ain't gonna tell too much house business. But so they were so close to the point where like Malice was at my mama house, you know what I'm saying? And when I'm at B house, he pulling up over there. Pusha never really stood around. Like anybody said, he said on the record, Pusha's the spoiled brother. Like he want all his attention. So he never really, in my opinion, and how he moved to me, like never really respected it's like, I need more attention type shit. But like, when I met them, niggas was in them big cars and I seen a lot of things, but I got to be around that by the time I won't even out my teens and I had a check from Arista just from driving down to a show that the Clipse was doing. But it was like creating opportunities and we kept it in the family. So I got to see a lot and experience a lot, especially business side from it.
Very important.
Okay, so what would you say was like on your journey with music? Was like your monumental, just a big moment for you where you felt like, I arrived. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. The buzz is building's going crazy. Talk about that time, because I mean, you got the crazy stories, man. It's a lot of. You say you got 30 of them, so it's like it had to have been like a point where you had a certain record that was going crazy, or mixtape that was going crazy, movement. Talk about those times in Virginia where you putting out music, you performing, you doing shows. Was it like a moment where you just had the city on your back, or
Definitely, and it was a different time, but it was I want to say high school, and we did everything ourselves. Like it wasn't even, I don't want to say a transition of what it is now. Like the game was different. The game will forever move quicker every 2 months now, but. Like we really you couldn't tell us that this was what we were doing, and because of the relationship with like I said, DMP and like Knots Raw and another group called the Gypsies, which was doing a lot around the city. Then especially him having that association with like the Busta Rhymes, and then a lot of to this day, it's still a lot of people that Knots Raw like produce. Excuse me. Produce for. Get me back in line. Get me back in line.
Just as far as Virginia. And artists really just in that time, you as an artist, was it like a record that was going crazy? Was it a mixtape? What was y'all movement like? What was the city?
I got you. My fault too. Forgive me.
We here.
So I'm not gonna lie, having those affiliations, and they really backed us. Like they work with us in the studio, they help us grow. Like they put money into us, and they let us open at their shows, and they put different shows. Everybody come to see the people the people next to the man. So, but it was I remember one show, we did it out in Norfolk. It was like a horrible part of Norfolk. Everybody was there, and we performed. We young. We ain't even supposed to be out. We supposed to be in school.
Yeah.
and we fucked that shit up, yo.
Oh,
After that
man.
moment, first of all, it's the first time a crowd, like the crowd receipts. Listen, the little girl, listen, the little grown they're trying to throw me pussy and everything after this. Listen,
man.
you can't do that to me.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing.
Damn, man.
Man, got focused.
Yeah, so I say like, and I went and I ran, and then I did get like tangled up, moving a little sideways in the street. I never left music completely alone, but I never was serious. Like I took them 10 years off to get myself right mentally, financially, and so I walked away out of some good spaces. But it was necessary because like I'm a father first, and like
definitely.
My mama gonna be proud, and so is my daughters and son.
Oh yeah, definitely, man, definitely.
I got a quick question for you. So why you come back other than just the love of it? What made you come back?
I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I was married. I got out of it. Like, my marriage was so fucking crazy. I say it's like a Lifetime story, like a Lifetime movie.
Damn.
No, but listen, I used to wake up in the middle of the night. Like, wake up Saturday morning. My wife legit sitting over me, crisscross applesauce, just looking, staring at me. Okay, that's not too abnormal.
That sounds like Tubi a little bit.
But watching, I could have got away with it.
Oh,
this shit happened multiple times.
He was a bad boy, man.
Bro, they won't even that. Like I said, another story, another time. I can have a whole show. All right. So long story short, after that, like I was really in my mind. I had transitioned, like I'm gonna be a married nigga, like da. Yeah. And like it wasn't that easy. I had a stepdaughter and everything. Like I had bought cribs, like a car for all type of shit. I'm thinking it's real. So to find out who she was, it wasn't no cheating. Like you legit like loony. Like
I can understand that.
I fell back. And a chick, I ain't gonna call her a chick like that I was dealing with at the time, Kenya, like.
Dang, name dropper. Ooh.
Yeah, bro, I keep it 100.
Keep it a stack.
So,
we getting exclusives right here.
But
this telling the story though.
This ain't even a negative. This ain't even a negative situation. Like it didn't work out, but through that, like she loved like Tyler the Creator and different artists. So she was the first like female that like had came across, and she like knew bars and she was like, listen to this bar. She couldn't like spit it, but like what she was saying was dope. Yeah. And so first it was playing, but when I picked that like pen or phone back up, like. Man, I started making little records. I was working. I was like, bro, you know somebody make a studio? He was like, yeah. I was like, all right. I went to I was at the studio doing like 4 or 5 songs a day. Them shits was trash, quality, you know what I'm saying, collectively. But
the energy though.
I was getting and I was finding me and my new me, like who I am now, bro. And I couldn't stop. So what made me want to do it? I see it's one of them things. If you can't get up every day and not think about it or something pushing you to do it, like. Bro, like, I mean, if that's what's happening, that's what you have to do. How can you keep fighting that shit? Like, if I hear a beat, if I hear this, like, I can't even hear you talking. Like, I do a remix. Let me see if I can get this nigga email. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just something I stopped fighting. But knowing what I want and the type of world I want to have, and I got bills. Like, I got like bills. It gotta make sense, and I understand that the game now is a business. Everybody's a brand. Realistically, streaming ain't gonna be your top place of getting money.
Yeah, right.
Like shows, especially right now, a lot of people throw shows. I'm not knocking anything, but it's a minute until you get to that show's paying money, and then even that time, if you're not independent, and even if you're independent, it's a lot of money to spread around. So it's like. Where's the bag? How does it make sense? And can I create some alternative streams of revenue while I'm doing it? Like you see rappers when they get a chance and then they like branch out.
Definitely.
So it's just trying to doing it in a different space, a different mentality, not being young, running the streets, just worried about bitches. Like I can focus on what's important and really approach this shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Like a business.
You got to, man. You got to. And that leads me to let's I want to go back to VA. What about Pharrell, man? Any dealings? Any any influence on the music or in the sound? Pharrell. Let me say. Let's say the Neptunes.
Yeah, we know what we mean now. That's exactly how they wanted to set up. Chad, he not to be out. I've seen Chad. I never met him, have a conversation with him. But Pharrell really grew up and like poured into like the Clipse. I remember going to a Clipse show with Teddy Riley at the bowling alley. Niggas had like glitter jean suits on. Listen, somebody stole Pharrell bracelet. He go around for 30 minutes. I want my bracelet back. But what I'm saying is, Malice and Pusha T, they on lane 6 and 5. Teddy Riley out here rapping their ass off. So I've bumped into, had spoken to. I wouldn't say we had any memorable conversations, but like in the circles where I was at that point in time, like, he would come to Gene's house, the hideaway that rests by the lake, like, but what he wouldn't let you do is come to his motherfucking house. Pharrell ain't never been slow, and I never seen him intimidated. We be out in the middle of Norfolk with, I'm talking about the worst of the worst, but it was always like he never switched up, never tried to be hard, but like you can't just approach him with music. You can't just start coming up spitting bars. Like he hold himself like a man. Now he grabbed my big bro, the one I'm telling you about, like the Clipse old road manager. He'd be like, he see somebody get too close. Hey B, I see that nigga. Hey B, go get that nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? And B, go get that nigga away. So I never had no musical experiences or like long like things about it, but I respected how he kept it, because to me, you can't be a yes man and be great, because everybody want to do work with you, this, that, and the third. If he saw something in you, then he would pull. And then see, at that point, so many people around. I got one chance to get some music. Right. Malice was like, bro, you still rap. He seen us, me and the same dude, like Knox Rod, my play cousin. He seen us doing a show. I was drunk as shit. But he seen us doing a show, and I guess we killed him. He was like, he seen me around, but he brought up the music finally. And that's what type of dude I am. I ain't gonna bring it up. Like, and I ain't gonna play my people. Like, hey man, you put me on? Like, nah, bitch, we chilling. You and smoke, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, so,
that's what's up, man. So you think you think Clipse kind of changed the sound for VA rappers, or that's kind of like the vein? Because I speaking for myself, I don't know, I may be wrong. I haven't seen a lot of street rappers really bubble out of VA, since then, with that, them coke raps, them, you know what I'm saying?
To me, the Clipse changed the feeling, like more than the style. It's to me, I'm not gonna say it wasn't original style. Like Pusha always had like a different, off type of cadence. Gene just that straight give it to you, but like super lyrical. It was just like a great product. And you really don't see that. Like you see what come out. It's more R&B singles come out with Gene.
So what was that? I know you probably. I'm not saying you. Just give me. We just talking right now. We building, trying to understand where you from and the culture and what's going on there. So what's the influence there? Like what are the artists even now? What are the artists now? What they sound like? Is it street rap? Is it New York? They adapted the drill right now. So
it's everything. I was so confused when I went home to perform at the block party. The radio is no different than here, unless you catch them special mixes. Yeah, okay. Then they start like it start hitting different. But like for real, it's so. It's like once anything in my mind becomes business, it becomes a formula. Yeah, so it's gonna start producing out. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna lose some of that whatever. But like to me, it is no sound of Virginia any longer. I don't know if it ever was, because it was a melting pot. And actually, a lot of people don't know the Clipse is from New York. They were born in New York. But I appreciate how they rap and hold it down. Gene used to let us ride the Hummer around in the Porsche. He was at a Waffle House in the Porsche, like young with $5 trying to put in the gas. Like so they show love, like. Right.
Yeah, word.
Putting $15 in the Hummer. And then try to hit a lick. Real life, handle. Listen.
Hey man, so like I said before, when I met you, man, they was talking about how you was getting placements on different movies and stuff like that. So as an artist, what gave you the mindset to, like you said, create different streams of revenue? You got your shirt on here. Well, you see a lot of artists, they just want to record. They won't do merch. They won't do any of that getting placements or none of that. So what made your mindset be that way?
I'm gonna be real. I always believe in turning every stone, but the biggest thing, it was just a blessing from God. First thing happened, I never met the dude before. He hit me up like, yo, on Instagram, yo, your music dope, this, that, and the third. I was like, yo, appreciate that. It kind of go like that sometimes, not flexing. But then like hours later, he hit me. He was like, dude, I was just watching All American. Congratulations, I heard your song up there. Yeah. I heard this and I Shazammed it. I didn't submit for nothing, I ain't do nothing. So I go all night. I go all the way the next morning. I'm watching All American forward, backwards. So then I finally hear what he's talking about. The record come on. It's a joint called The Key from a 2017 album that I did. So long story short.
And let's let the people know. You know, that's All American on Netflix. Very popular series.
Pretty sure they didn't seen
They done made a spinoff now of it. So it's not a small thing. You know, this is
major.
This is big talk. Yeah. So we talking big motion. We bringing people here that big motion. Or if you need some big motion, we can help you with that too.
Oh yeah.
So you got a placement on All American. Tell the story of how that came about, my brother.
And congratulations too.
Yeah, congratulations too.
Thank you, but then y'all gonna slap me in a minute. Like I slap myself. This is the most untold. No, I do tell it because it's a lesson. I believe in like spread. Like it ain't no college for this music shit. So
Swear.
This was my biggest lesson in the world because when I finally found it, what I noticed was, like I said, I didn't submit for anything. My mind wasn't even thinking on it. Every time it got to the part where my verse or I started talking, they kept snatching it. You know what I'm saying? Like you might get a piece of it. I had only leased the beat. I hadn't even thought about XYZ. So what I know even now, technically I don't have the legal rights to it. Guess that's way outside. Like the rotation of it is way outside what the lease agreement is. I've even have a lawyer, he was like, no, we definitely have a legit case, like that we could go buy the beat. I could really been buy the beat back for $400, man. But in my mind, that shit is such a fucking walk of shame, bro. And so, but here's the thing. It's my most commonly streamed record now. More than anything new, any song that ever caught that I can go
That's a big show,
place
man.
And like to this day, like even if it's only like 10 streams a day or something, it's Shazam like all the time and it's on 20-something different playlists. So every time they make an All-American, this, that, and the third. So even though I didn't get it on that end, I get to see something from it. But that put me in a direction of thinking and I started doing my research like, listen, this was the lady that worked at BMI and has been working this forever. She said decade after decade after decade, the most profitable artists are artists who do placements only.
So why is that a walk of shame for you?
Because like to me and how like I'm hard on myself.
Yeah.
I know better than enough to not handle my business correctly, even if I was just coming back into it. I was recording a lot. I was like, I don't know what song to record, this, that, and the third. And in my mind, I'm not even looking that direction thinking something happened. So when it happened, it's just like, do I want to spend this $400, which ain't no money in this game? That ain't even a whole video right now. And go get a lawyer, then go to court, and they shut this shit in my face. But like, it taught me a lesson. But following that, like, and this was just a friend, a fan, like from IG. She was like, yo, I love your music. I had a project out. It was a R&B singer and a rapper and me. It's done better than anything that I've done, but you have a wider audience. I did it during the pandemic. So she sent me this opportunity. I'll give people game. Lady Luck, if you follow her, she has her own placement company. And she's executive producer of a Bravo show. Matter of fact, she's the executive producer, I believe, for Lizzo's new show. Lady Luck, she will. If I have a question, she will get on the phone at 6 o'clock in the morning. Like how your people supposed to be. That's how she'll pick up. So
respect to that.
To rewind that
Big
story.
shot Lady Luck, man. Legendary battle rapper.
For real. So to do that, I didn't know. Like I said, I seen the person on Instagram. She's like, try for this opportunity. I sent the record that I had did with the girl. Like I said, it's a more universal feel. It was, you know, like junk called a relationship. Plug. So I was surprised like 3 days back. I got like a contract say congratulations back. We got a little family lawyer sending to her. She's like, no, this is saying da. They'll have ownership of this amount of the record, but you can still make it, you know, on your stream. So she broke everything down. And after going through that Netflix situation, like I had two eyes and my manager, big salute to VI. We have like a different management type relationship, but he definitely helped me dot the I's and cross T's. So had his people look at it, my people look at it, submitted it, the instrumental, made sure everything was great. And so you talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 13 body language. So that was the first placement. So once you figure that out, oh, you go crazy. It take you about a year in the pandemic, a year and a half to get your money, but it's a different check. You know what I'm saying?
Talk heavy.
So it's
big motion.
So it's a different
motion.
check.
Artists pay attention.
So,
you know, that's why, you know, we had to take it from the beginning to now. Cause I know what you got going on now, but we had to show people the journey, man. You know, keep working, keep learning the business, find ways to make money. This guy gets placements, you know, like crazy. He's telling y'all, you know, how to do this thing, man. And it's just amazing to hear the story. So, you know, you're getting placements at time. Let's bring it back to where we at right now. When I seen you getting real busy with your show, The Artist View, and then I don't see it anymore. So I mean, y'all had a great run. I was loving it. Y'all was doing numbers. First, let's give us a brief run on how that even came about. Artist View. Tell people what it is so they can know.
The Artist View. The Artist View. It was a show that we did on KXM Radio. Met it on IG. One of my followers, they about the placements, anyway, man, I ain't gonna give them all the game. So anywho, just certain movies.
Talk heavy.
All right, let me get to
big motion.
People always think it's this hit record, it's this performance. If I posture myself like everybody else, eventually I'm gonna get big, and you missing the money in between because you just following how everybody else moving. But let me tell you, in this game, it's like a resume. Once this person interests you, or you got this associated with you, anywhere I go, I should be moving high. I'm at this platform right now because I know what the fuck they done did.
Oh yeah, big
how
motion.
They carry it.
Oh yeah, big motion.
And when I come out and I invest my time and money, it makes sense. It don't make sense if I can't grow or expand on what I'm trying to do. So it's just position yourself around certain people, and that gives other people comfort. See, if y'all people, I see the people that comment and follow what I do now, you know what I'm saying? Like real people. But that's all for y'all. So it's just thinking to move like that. So you get this one placement, then you get the next, and so you can kind of just stepping stone to position yourself and realistically position yourself just for more opportunities.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah.
Like I ain't never answered the question.
Creating a resume. So how you and the guy hooked up and start Artist View?
So the Artist View, it was a placement post. Probably got about 50 views on it. A girl's like, such and such, I see this dude, I think he dope. He invited me on a show that he usually charged for. When I went up there, I used to, first thing I do, I start looking at the profile, I start looking at numbers, I look at the comments to see if they real. If I start seeing shit like, hey dude, great video, and that shit a picture, you know what I'm saying?
I know you're talking about.
Thumbs up emoji, this shit ain't real.
Hey, we don't got none of them on our platform. We know how to get them though, but we don't got none of them on our platform. We building organically.
So I looked at it, I did the show, and here's my other thing, my game. It's like everybody can get high, get drunk, and go perform and go fuck off and feel like they a star. But you gotta understand that performance is your ticket to elevate you to something different, elevate you to a higher place. So when I went up there for my interview, when I went for my show, I had my big ass screen TV with KXM radio in the background, and at the time he had a person at a S20 in South Wales. That's a whole different market. They had 3,000, 4,000 people on the live, so I did an interview, just like we vibe. He hit me later, like it was dope. I see my streams go up within a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, this is the shit. Right. So he hit me, had me back on the show. He was like, yo, would you want to do a show? I was like, yo, I've always wanted to do a show. Like my connect from doing a radio show just like flaked on me. I went all the way out of Houston. He told me some crazy shit. So it's like I'm starting from scratch. I was like, this is a blessing. So he was like, put it together. I was like, give me 48 hours. I'm going to put it together professionally, send it to him. But everything I did, I went 5 steps beyond just the minimum. And that's why I try to keep it. I practice. You see what I'm saying? When it comes, not too much interviews, but I go over, you see what I'm saying? Because everything, like I was saying off, like is a performance. So I said, what I want to do, it ain't no school for this, have something for independent artists to showcase their talent, because y'all got a Wales audience, y'all got, they running up the numbers over here. Like, let me put these people on. And in between time, these stories and stuff, and I'm telling you, like, bring some of these people that I know is gonna pull up. Like, we done had, you see what I'm saying, Big B, the Clipse road manager up there, people that done did luggage, it might have been luggage for Drake, people work Joel Santana. We had a lot of people mixed in there because that shit was like jumping. So
it was moving.
Let me fast forward. Now let me say this. It was a dope ass show. Like the content, dope show. And Jeff is really, that's the dude that did it with. Jeff has a really good way of positioning himself and getting people to buy into what he's doing. You see what I'm saying? So we had, like I said, our last interview we did was Dr. Meaty, that's on Love and Hip Hop right now. The one that keep talking about Young Jock and shit.
Yeah.
She'll still check in, I still check in. You know what I'm saying? She cat up there and did an interview, but like, it's just like limitedly. So at the end of the day, I had a lot of people follow what I was doing, and that was beautiful because my people really showed up. Like my people are quiet, but like they hold me down. It ain't no big Gaudy show, but at the end of the day, we was doing it hard for about half a year. When you seen the show slow down, it was in November, December of last year.
Yeah.
this is when all the numbers dropped. So I hit him like, what's good? And it was never a direct answer, but what I eventually got was, oh, the guy that I had doing promotion is some bullshit. Is on some bullshit. He just stopped or started using this, then the third. And I'm like, that don't make sense to me, because even if he's this good promoter for 6 months and you having 10,000 views, X, Y, and this many people on the live, at some time you're building organic, because that was the whole purpose. You can't have 10,000 views and still, like, I'm getting more views and likes on my posts. You see what I'm saying? And I don't have 11,000 followers. So it just started making me ask questions. I never got no direct answers. It was another like mutual friend, the girl that referred me to him that got me on the show. Whatever their situation was, she got mad and she'll start, pillow talking and shit. So I found out it was a lot of things that was manipulated, and just manipulated in a certain way and by certain people that made it look good. So like then, by this time, like I done went to California to meet him to do one of his lives and this, that, and the third. Like I had about like, we in Hollywood. Like he got to get the guy. We in Hollywood, J Dent Studios. He's done like gone viral. Like, and when I say he has artists, like it's different out there. Their backyard ain't the regular backyard. So we been places. It wasn't just a bullshit situation. But Jeff was my friend and my brother by that time. And even though I know he won't telling me the whole truth and everything, won't like 100, it was like, let's build this from ground up. I don't give a fuck what it looked like. I don't care about my brand. And so, long story short, it just got in. I saw some shicey things with money. A lot of people that would buy into things that he was doing. My people, my supporters, the people I put him into, they never got, they'll pay the money, then he disappeared.
I mean, go further with that as far as you say pay the money. Like, what was that?
Oh, he was doing like promotion and like, let me promote your record. Let me put your on Houston television show, but you can't tell them what it is. Like a lot of people sending $25 for that. Or let me get you organic Spotify, this, that, and the third, then you take the money. Not like
Jay Jerkin. Come on, man.
And I'm gonna just throw this out there because I don't have no hard facts, but let me say this. KRXM Radio posted, thanking you, congratulations, that in 2 years they raised over $21,000. Now we interviewed the last group that sent the $3,000. But I never saw anything but one post that was done for the homeless. And the other post, it was like out shopping for the homeless. But I had just got off the phone. He said that EBT just hit. He was feeding the family. So it's just like, this ain't Biggs being messy. But a lot of my people who believe, like, know my word is my word and serious, a lot of people invested. I'm paying people money back now out of my pocket. I just found out somebody, as I just started talking about, oh yeah, we paid him $125. He ain't do nothing. We ain't heard from him, XYZ. So like, I fuck with my people so hard because they fuck with me so hard. Like, despite what anybody of the world say, like, in my heart and mind, I gotta make that right. And I gotta have some narrative because it was so big for a second. Like when we pull up, like we used to go, you the dude from the Artist View. Like it wasn't even rap. It's like, so I felt like they was owed some type of context. I'm not no flaky person. I'm loyal. Like me and Jeff was brothers. It's like, and at the end, the straw that broke the camera, like, got some money from me and just disappeared.
Oh,
After I finally spoke about it,
Jeff, where you at, man?
He hit me back finally. Oh, I see you Hollywood now, but I understand you feel like that. My kids had a crisis. Bro, you ran off with $230 of mine, and I'm trying to help you out in the middle while I'm trying to, while I got my own stuff going on.
So it was running some type of fundraiser for the homeless?
He said it was for the homeless, and so when we around these bigger people, like, they was sending checks.
And ran off with the whole bag.
We started getting, when I got on, it was a paid platform, $130 a show. I got paid a handful of times, but it was like, I seen what he was going through, and I ain't gonna drag him. Personal business.
We're not here for that.
He needed, you see what I'm saying? That was my brother. We went hard, we was building. Like, I went out there blindly, never met him to California.
Yeah.
You did. So
man.
Just so people to know, it was just some things that don't reflect me. And I feel like the way people took time, like the people glass by Chop pulling up and giving game, like take it to, like people
big
really
shout glass by Chop, man.
People to pull up for me, you know what I'm saying? And so it was just like, I got that, I owe him the truth and a why. It's, it's still not be super messy, but nah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a growing show. I was tapped in.
It was good, man.
I used to like watching. They had a lot of versatile, artists on there. So I mean, for what it was a good show. It's definitely something.
Dope.
Wish it could have ended differently, or keep going as well. But still a mark in your career, something on the resume, and
definitely
keep it moving, man. So you think you're gonna get back into media?
I loved it. Well, let me just answer the question. I'm not certain. I don't think so right now, unless y'all hit me, be like, hey, yo, Gaudy, you want to come be on a couple of...
honorary member.
You want to be on a couple of shows and I'm going to pull up?
Honorary member, man.
Pull up.
But it takes, like, what I didn't realize.
I was getting jewels from y'all.
It takes, that's all I wanted the artist view to be.
Yeah.
Some type of open college for the music, the industry, and show the symmetry between the white artist, the rock and roll artist, the poetry. It's all a game. It's all a hustle. We all indie artists. But, you know, it takes some people don't understand how much time it takes to make a show. I didn't know, like, fuck a record. Try to do a show every week. Try to do a show. And figure out calling people, get people to show up.
And then y'all had like a bunch of guests every time.
Bro, sometimes 2 or 3.
Man,
like,
give us some game real quick while you here. Cause we got people hitting us up all the time, want to get on the show. We reach out to people too. Some people come, some people don't. The rappers is the worst to deal with. And we really started for the rappers and but we've been doing a lot of small business spotlight. They'll pop up before the rappers. So what just giving your opinion, man, like what we got to do to get these people, because it's like we're a growing platform, but it's great for content. It's great. We got viewers, we got subscribers. It's a great way to, you know, get people onto your stuff. So what do you think? How did y'all build to where people were just pulling up? You know, is it relationships? Is it, you know?
See, like, that's a mixed question because, like I said, starting off, I don't even know what was real or what wasn't. I could say one time I went live by myself because whatever happened. Matter of fact, self-care day. Like, that's my brother first. I got it. And it was about 60 to 70 people that showed up. But the things, like everything, like you say, consistency. And me saying a show take a long time, a lot of people can just sit down and say we could do a show. But our show was playing out every question. Like, when an artist said they gonna come on my show, they had questions. They had a whole itinerary of the day, approximate times with 5-minute gaps in it. What we gonna hit, if it's certain things you want to promote it, to make sure that I got, you see what I'm saying, in it. And what you, like, so it was just what you put into it, you get out of it, and just always try to find, and like, I got this from Jeff, that unique selling point. What you gonna do or offer that nobody else is. You never seen these, like, bro, we done had special needs people up there, rock and roll people, to like, I need to bring the show back. Like, to
Man,
just like the hardest rap on earth, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I was learning from y'all, taking notes.
I
Because, you
appreciate
know,
it,
we only been doing this thing about, what, 4 months, 3 months? So
yeah,
it's dope.
we appreciate it, man, but we still building out our you know, our platform, our show. You know, we kind of, I don't want to say winging it, but we pick our topics, we talk, we have people come through, but we still building out that skeleton. So I was watching,
it's dope.
Yeah, I was watching y'all, like, I like how they do their joint. And I like how y'all was having like different type of artists on there, like rock and roll, R&B, pop. Like, it was just totally something you never really seen, because most shows dedicate themselves to hip hop. Which, you know, we big hip hop, you see where we at. But we really trying to, you know, take it to the next level. So just saluting and bigging up y'all, man. We really was tapped in and watching
and
you all.
And I appreciate everybody.
You might have to bring it back, man.
Everybody.
Artist View Part 2 or something, man.
Yeah, and listen, this is what people must know about me. I walk away from the best opportunity. I don't care if it'll make my whole life different in the exact direction I want it to be. If the people, the energy ain't right in it, I walk the fuck away.
Yeah.
I'd rather stand on my own and know I can look myself in the mirror, bro. Then like, bro, you can't buy me, you can't bait me into it. Like, bro, I walk away. And that's why I had to speak to the people who do fuck with me, because that's why they fuck with me. They know that I'm gonna give it to them like that.
All right. Well, you know, moving on from that, man, you know, prayers to anybody that, you know, got their bread mishandled by the guy or whatever, but again, we can't take away from the good work y'all did do. So big shout to the Artist View. And, you know, so let's get back to the music, man. How did you end up coming to the South? We know we was from VA. How did you end up coming to the South? Let's get back to this music.
Dope. I ended up coming to the, like, I was locked up for a probation violation. And it's good that I got the 90 days because I think it was 10, 13 years that was over my head. So, like, they looked out. So, and it was some reason for this time it, like, clicked. Like, I'll never be able to be successful in Virginia. Not around what I'm around. Yeah. Everybody got money. Like I told you, the mentality. Everybody got money. Everybody got cars. Everybody got 1,000 hoes. It's like, and everybody getting money a certain way. And I said, I don't care if I got to be broke, bummy dark in the corner, like I'm gonna figure out how to be out here. And like all this going back and forth, jail and ain't working. Like, so that night I had called my mom and she was like, I'm trying to tell her, like, if you can get me $200-$300, I'll figure somewhere to go out. I'm just gonna weave when I get home. She told me, like, baby, I got this call. I don't know where it came from, but somebody from Orangeburg, South Carolina, referred me to a Claflin University, and they want me to come down and interview for the job. She said, if I get this job, will you please come and leave a drink? I said, I'm already like ahead of it. She went and interviewed. One of her little church friends bought a little Gucci purse of a bar with Shaw, and she went to the bed. I came home. I wasn't even home a whole week, and we were driving out here.
Dang. That's love, man. That's love. So how you like the South compared to VA, man?
I love it now, but it was the most horrible transition. You talking about withdrawals? I don't know what withdrawing from like crack or something might be like. I know like withdrawal alcohol, but bro, like it was every part of me, like it was too hot. It wasn't even a hot, it's the humid. I got to drive 20 to 30 minutes to go anywhere. Like, now I told you, now at that point in time, the women were like different. So when everybody wants to be in a video here, everybody just like, if my ass fat and I can cook good and I put these titties up, you gonna fuck with me. Even the dope boys had them. That's how I see who the popping chick is, who the dope boys got. Like so it was different. It was just like, but I was able to find me. Not the shit that people saw me with or people around. Like, that would make me the shit. Like, I had to figure out, like, no, like, I'm solid. Like, my heart good. I ain't gonna cross nobody. So really find out, like, I want to be a better parent. So figuring out who I was and who I wanted to be. So regardless of what I have or don't have, like, bro, I'm gonna always have this energy and wave because, like, I know where my value lays and I'm gonna keep increasing that shit.
Yeah. Everybody know that catchphrase, sheesh.
Sheesh.
So where you get your name from also, and when you get that sheesh, what's that? Talk to us about that, man.
Gaudy Biggs. Like, at that time, everybody just had cool ass two names. It sounded like a mob boss or something. Everybody was this, that person, this before the little shit. So it's like, Gaudy. All I knew Gaudy to be in my mind was like, when they saw rich people, like big jewelry or flashy colors, this, that, and the third, they're like, oh, that's too Gaudy. And I was in my mind, even young, like, they hating. Whether they don't like it or not, it's valuable. And really, it won't about no clothes and no fashion. Like, that's just my mouth. I'm going to say what I feel. It ain't going to be just like to get a reaction. But, like, I feel like I say what people think. But, like, you might not like what come out my mouth, but it's going to be valuable. It might not be your taste, but it's valuable. You see what I'm saying? You can't deny it and you can't take away the respect that it's gonna get in certain circles. So that's where the Gaudy came from, and Biggs is really my last name. I'm a little nigga, so it's just weird.
Okay, Gaudy Biggs in the building. What about that sheesh?
Sheesh, let me be, like, it was all thought out, like I'm a whole fucking nerd. I was like, so getting back into the music, I was like, I gotta have me like a little catch shit. Like I used to love Jesus shit. Everybody had catchphrase. So
that's right.
It was one, and I'll be real with you, because I'm going to tell y'all, I ain't going to say they stole it from me, but I just know when I've been saying sheesh like this, I can go back to 2016s with records. Like, it was a Young Thug record. It was he only did the ad-lib one time. He was like, oh, that check, got me a check, sheesh. And he said, you don't say it like that, and it's kind of like, I'm giving it to you where I got it from, like I'm be solid. Like, I heard it, and I kind of put my own thing in the record, and it was just like, sheesh fit for this, fit for that. And then it became the thing when people see me, the first thing they was like, yo, hit it. I don't know what you talking about. Matter of fact, dude, Spaz Out Beat, big salute to Spaz Out Beat, multi Billboard charted, like,
big
he
salute.
told me. He was like, yo, work with some like dope ass artists. Most recent, God bless Freddie Godson. Like he had a big record with him.
That boy barred up. R.I.P.
So Spaz was like, yo, you're dumb as shit. That's how we talk. He a New York nigga. I was like, what you talking about? He said, yo, every time I see you, he was like, what do people say when they see you? I was like, sheesh. He was like, why the fuck are you not capitalizing on this? Like, Spaz is a hustler. More than any beat that I bought of music that done, it's nothing that can replace the value of the game he sit and give me. So I was like, man, I'm gonna do it. I gotta get my LLC. I gotta get da-da-da-da. He was like, bro, it's never gonna be all right. Do the shit, make some money, da-da-da-da-da. So he pushed me, stayed on my ass. He was like, yo, I'm still watching videos. You make me want to wear the shit out of Ralph Lauren Polo. Nigga, you wear that shit. But it don't make me want to buy your shit. So I finally just like got tired of him talking shit, and I did it. And like, even me taking what may look like a break from music, I wanted like a brand that can stand without the music. If I never pop, like it'd be respected, this, then, and third. So just trying to find certain materials, certain quality, certain prices, so it'd be right, like really build lines and collections. Right. So she's came from, I needed this phrase, and I just like, she's like, that was some funny shit to say. And like, ain't no shit you hear no gangster say. And I'm weird. I'm a nerd, and I got street influence and been in the hood and all type of shit. So sheesh, and that's
I mean, like I said, I think it's a great idea, good marketing tool. Now you got merch and all that good stuff, man.
A lot of merch.
This guy to me is like what artists should be doing, man. Especially coming from the South, you know, it's hard to get in the game. So you can create different things that's gonna help you make money. So I hope y'all paying attention. But you know, great music, great energy on the stage presence and all that good stuff. You came here a few months ago, tore the booth down, so we know you got the bars. Let's talk about that record, Virginia, man. That record, Virginia. Where you said
I'm from Virginia.
Talking that talk on there. You said an old nigga smacked a young nigga.
But mum's the word on that. You know the facts, drug dealer.
What break down some of that? What's the, you know? Some of your bars you gotta like. What do you say?
Yeah.
I like that though, cause that's missing in rap. You know.
I told you my influence, like like so. Yeah.
Break that
so
down.
that whole thing, and it's like I never wanted to like communicate it because first of all right, let me see how much communicate this. I say, I heard JaVale shots, homie. How appropriate. Sealy just tied the knot on us. I'm from Virginia, and you just a New York loner. I make you nervous, own it, and beat it too. That's why you had the NSU moment. I'm from Virginia. A old nigga smacked a young nigga, but mum's the word on that. You know the facts, drug dealer. So here's the thing that I really never mentioned, but like I call it like T, is very smart. He's brilliant. Like the McDonald's, I got loving it. I mean, even the rally shit. You see what I'm saying? Like he's smart. So he do enough. Like I'll never jump out there and be like, yo, you heard this, that, and the third. But so just, I ain't gonna say in real life, it's never been like a jail between us. Like, cause I was always around brother and around B type shit. So I hear
and for context, tell the we know what you talking about, but who you talking about right now? Just for context.
All right. So Pusha T, because like I say, I'm from Virginia. And that whole world of, like I said, B, my big brother, was the Clipse road manager. You know what I'm saying? DJ, no doubt around town, like he was at the block party, was just out there. So we done seen each other certain places, and at that point in time, like if you was with B, they already know what you was into. You said it's that B&E, and we gonna snatch some, you know what I'm saying, some dope out the floor. That was my big brother. If he gave it a go, that's how it was going. So it was some situations, and I spoke on something like in a record. I did kind of throw it. So I kind of started it, but we never like see each other. It'd always be awkward type shit. You know, and I see how he move around me because he don't never know. Like, so long story short, how we get to here, I like put something out. I ain't know like the nigga was watching. But it was valuable to the record. I ain't gonna tell that story. So it was valuable to the record. So
we got time.
So look, I gotta go get my baby. Long story short, it was a little. I felt like I was poked, but I understood that he felt poked. But I also understood it was always a certain energy
on a record. You feel like you got poked on a record.
Multiple records, even new album. But he says he's a troll. Like, let me tell you,
which record? Give me a record.
What's the last project? Hold on, man. Let me pull
Almost
it up.
Dry.
Let me get to not Almost Dry.
Okay.
Now I ain't gonna get to that one. But
we trying to talk heavy. We want to know the background on this, man.
So here's the thing.
If you and Pusha y'all jabbing, I want to hear.
Talking about that Daytona.
It ain't. Hold on.
If y'all throwing jabs, I want we gotta let the people see where it's at, man. This is rap.
Yeah, and see, this is crazy. I'm only talking about it now because in my mind, I've done some things where I can stand on my own. I never wanted to. When I came out here, it was fresh. Like, my check from Aristo won't even dry. Yeah. Good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the man. Shit. We used to drive a different rental car every day because there's so many shows. But like, I want to stand on my own. So let me see. Damn.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to find it, but it's
what did he say? What was
in any word? It was just like references because they were singles that I had out, and that was really when I got shaking out South Carolina. It was and we don't need to post the world to show that the world is mine or something. And it was just like at that point in time, like it was Gaudy's World, the Key District, Gaudy's World. Like all my albums had that, and I always posted the world by it. And then you see these diamonds, all that shit was made for Pressure. That's the only song I had that shook like for real. That was the second song I got on 103.9. Like no back, and I'm just figuring my way out through this being new in the whole city. So it's just like little references and like even some things like now, but what I'm saying is little. If you smart, your level, you see what I'm saying? I could have got that 10 grand from Drake. It's a lot of niggas. I heard DJ, no doubt about you. Well, exactly what you want to hear. They got a recording him talking to DJ Vlad. He was about to give it up. He ain't give it up, dog, but nigga, he's about to get that shit up. So the whole thing to me, so we already poking this, that, and the third. I ain't making a big issue, so I'm gonna just poke and see how it go. Like, plus, I'm staying them on too. So it was funny because Pusha had a line when he was fucking with Drake from being allegedly smacked by Puff. But see, something like, because Pusha ran his mouth about something, I heard him like, big bro. Now I ain't want to because I know how big bro move. He don't care. So he was like, well, shit, you know you shouldn't have told me that. They happened to bump into each other like 3-4 days later at Norfolk State University across the street, right? It was some words exchanged. Pusha start copping some pleas like he didn't say it. Then all of a sudden, like, he start talking fly. I don't know if it was because of audience, this, then the third. Like, nigga, why would I, if I had a problem, you would know it, nigga, I got more money, da-da-da. You know my car, this, then the third. Big bro just smacked the shit out of this nigga. This nigga buckle up. This nigga buckle with his knees bounce on the ground. Palm. Boom, boom. Boom, boom.
Dang.
Let me hit again. Boom, boom.
Pusha T got smacked?
Yeah. Cross the street from Norfolk State at one of the busiest stores off Grambling Street.
Come on, man.
They tried to get the tape. But the owners inside, they didn't have that shit running that day. Yeah. But this is public fact. Yeah. Pusha has a song, the song that Pusha did with Lloyd Banks, he speaks on this whole situation. When that happened, Pusha pulled out. B already knew that. He's like, I ain't gonna say the whole conversation because shit mending, but he ended up pulling out waist low, the gun jam. So B said, I took my big ass in the store. Now, I ain't gonna say what DJ No Doubt was, but he went out there. And we just gonna keep that shit a buck. Like, you know what I'm saying? So after that, the police come. He said he go across the street. He has a conversation with the police after trying to fire a firearm and just walks away. But like the song, if you listen at it, like this is a song Lloyd Banks. He talks about the near misses was God's kisses. It's like he make it sound good, but like no, so it happened. So I thought it was funny because he was on Drake ass about getting smacked. Like, bro, let's stop playing out here. But I ain't like I just said, but you know the fast drug dealer, yuck, and I don't never hear him say that yuck no more. I'm gonna start looking at these dates, man. Niggas watch. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you like it's 100. Tony Gonzalez, y'all just know, you know the whole shit, the manager and all that type shit, this, that, and the third. Like, Tony, like, it's a lot, like, regardless what you feel or not, but, like, Tony G just finished liking a post of mine. Like, still it's a, like...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Like, Tony Gonzalez, you know, he's on Vlad TV, and it's not who they around, it's just, like, these real figures that people see in here. Like, it's just now, like I said, because I've been able to do some things on my own, I had these conversations.
Yeah, definitely. That's crazy, man. So, it's, you know... How important you think it is, you know, for artists to be competitive, even though it's that kind of stem from, you know, real things going on, but you know, ain't no bloodshed per se. So, how do you feel about, you know, artists being competitive in that way, you know, throwing bars back and forth, you know?
I think it's dope. I think it's what the music is. Like, I think it's the energy. Yeah. I don't want people scared of the word hip hop, but you see what I'm saying? Like rap music, whatever. I think that's the original energy of it. I'm better than you because and how cleverly I can tell you this or just say something. Be like, that nigga said what? Like, nigga's a piece of shit or this nigga's like that. So I love it. Like the way it move now, like you'll die in this bitch and ain't making $15,000 a year.
Yeah, man.
Like, bro, people at work, McDonald's making more than these rappers that we see. Like, bro, it's crazy out. These streams is not paying.
So, man, great story. I mean, that's why I had to get you on here, man. Just to,
you did right.
And I know you got a million more. But we kind of give a skeleton, give a glimpse of what's going on.
Definitely.
From VA all the way down to South Carolina, North Carolina. You know, what's going on with you today, present day? What's new? Got a new record going? Everything. You know, what's going on?
I'm gonna keep it like 200. Like, as far as me being visible with the music, it slowed down. I would say the last 3 months, but that was intentional and it was a hard decision. But like I said, I wanted to build. My goal was to build at least 2 alternative streams of revenue that made money daily, so I can really push my music. Like whether you want to or not, we compete industry wide. So I need to be able to have that music. I don't want y'all to be hitting me up, be like, "Yo, we need $500 for this event," and this shit could change your life and where you need to be, and I ain't got it. Like I need to be able to buy Google ads. Them shit start at $200, $250 a spot, because that's what these companies are using. Instead of trying to find the algorithm, you gonna have to pay like these other.
Talk heavy, man.
So it's
talk heavy.
I fell back.
Somebody need to hear this.
I fell back, so I really took time to build the Gaudy Stars. Like I say, something that I be proud of and learning. I still make errors. Certain things still go. Shout out to Lady Nate in Houston. She just bought 2 pair of tights. You see what I'm saying? I don't wear cheap clothes, so I don't sell cheap clothes. And that's just where I'm at. It ain't no Louis Vuitton, but at the same time, like I wash my clothes over and over. Like the letters still stick and everything up there.
So do you still push Big Energy?
That's, to me, I'm mad at myself. I didn't push that how it should have been pushed. To me, I was gonna go crazy and travel in the summer. Like I was supposed to be here with everybody a lot sooner. Like my engine blew. I done fucked around with the HOA and knowing so many notices. I owed $7,600. So owing $7,600 and still having to pay my bills. I'm in my house by myself. And having a car that I had just paid for 2 weeks, finished paying for 2 weeks before, and this brake like hydraulic engine, when like something that popped larger to the engine, broke the whole engine. Then listening, Mama, I love you, but you sent me to the wrong motherfucker. Oh, I know this guy, he this, that, and third. This nigga had my car for 3 months.
Damn.
I could have bought 2 engines by the time Ubering and taking Lyft. So it's like I couldn't move, or I must say I couldn't. I didn't put enough energy into that, and I chose that time to build a business, like really researching something else. Gorgeous Monsters, it's a modeling and art company. I just say like it's something.
That's a dope name too.
It's something to watch. It's something different. Like shit, I just finished spray painting the whole wall. Like it's different.
Talk about Gorgeous Minds and what that is for the people, man.
Gorgeous Monsters. It's
Gorgeous Monsters. My bad.
Gorgeous Monsters. And what I'm looking at it is, as a creator, I know the creator always is paid the least. So any business I do, I want the creator to be handled and looked at differently. So one, I didn't like doing artist view, doing modeling shows, and my girl, shout out Australia. I ain't call you a little tag name, but you know what I'm saying? She does modeling and has, but I've heard a lot of stories. I didn't understand how like predatory men can be. It's an uncomfortable, like dudes is trying to pay for this, grabbing you, like it's a lot of things. So one, I want to create a situation where, because it still allows me to express myself as creator, I trust her, because if you making money when I'm making, they paying $400, $600. Oh, this is somewhere I can generate money and put it into these other little spaces. So it's just going to be a lot of different worlds. I'm not buffering or toning down my rap or street influence or anything that I have. I don't want her to do hers. Like we finding a mesh point, like we did. For instance, let me say this shoot that we did. You can see it on Gorgeous Monsters. Like it was like graffiti, but it was all pink, purple, lavender, like soft colors. It said help wanted this, that, and the third. It looked like she was almost kidnapped, and it had like a mattress down there. The lamp was sprayed the same color, so it's like a graffiti, like a unsub had caught her. I watch a lot of Criminal Minds. An unsub had caught her and had like chained up to a pole. We got makeup artists. You see what I'm saying? Like we go 9 o'clock. This is some all day shit. Makeup artists look like a little split in the lip, but still keep it sexy, but still, because it's like cat. So just bringing different worlds, meshing them together, and just using my networking circle to create opportunities. And like I let them know, and like I too onboarding, this ain't no guarantee, because I can have a conversation, this, then, the third. We definitely have to be close to industry above level. So eyelashes, nails, that's why it's the makeup artist. That's why if this shoot on that is like, it, like between the outfits and that, like it end up costing us a lot. The emails that set up the business name, like just I took this summer, these 3 months to really focus on this business so they be something in a beautiful situations. And so it's like I'm trying to like acting gigs, voiceover. I offer them a merchandising. So it's just modeling and art. We do consultations.
I gotta get up there and put some work in with y'all.
We do some consultations. Let me say this, like consultations. Also, I would like people like our sets and designs to be so different that people will actually begin to hire us to create things for them. So just taking something and making it different. So y'all be doing
videos, settings for videos, photo shoots.
That's a different. I gotta stop by and just be a fly on the wall.
different thing, man. That's a different thing. I never really seen anybody do that model like that. But what record you got? You want to push right now, man? What we looking for right now? New video coming, new record.
Last single I dropped was called Check, produced by Spaz Out Beats. It's still circulating.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna hit something like G-Mix Magazine. Don't let me speak too early because they showed love before. Spaz actually reach out to his people when he do a record. Like a lot of producers don't do that. But I got a song called Good Pussy that I did with a guy from India. He's a producer. And everybody, that song just slaps. Like, and I think I'm about to really push that. But I'm about to drop some new music for the end. I have the best song of my life out right now. Like, not say out right now, but created already. I have records. I never stop. But as far as being visible and pushing it, but I want to be able to put money behind and have people like everybody in this room that's serious about it.
Yeah,
and
man. Definitely behind you, man. Definitely behind you, man. Love the music so far.
You probably could revamp the last one, the last project. You probably could revamp it. If you feel like you dropped the ball on it, revamp it a little bit. You know
that joint was hard, man.
It was what was needed.
It still can grow.
I'm gonna figure it out.
It could grow other spaces.
Cause see that's the creator in me, and it's hard for us not to create new. Like it's old to us. But business wise, like it's a record, and that's a lot of records. I can sell them as long as I can perform. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what was some advice you would give to anybody on this music journey? I mean, you know your journey was probably different from a lot because you being that you was MVA around certain people in spaces coming down south. But what's some advice you would give to an artist out here trying to make it, trying to figure out a way?
I would say, now first I ain't gonna say I ain't cheat because I came out here like a nobody. I ain't pulled no connects to this, that, and the third, like literally just nobody, fly on the wall or on the ground. But my advice is like you have to believe in yourself. Like you have to be 100% certain, no matter rain, sleet, hell, snow. Like it can't be no fold in you. You can have doubts that maybe last a few minutes, but like you cannot give up on yourself. You have to understand you have to outwork everybody, work 10 times harder. Whatever you see everybody else is doing, find a different way to do it. And 10 times better. This is an oversaturated field. It's not a lot of money in just the music. 100,000 streams. You have to get 100,000 streams every day to, what is it, 20,000? 20,000 streams every day to earn like $100,000. Something like that. What I'm saying is like, you have to, if you want to be that person that stands out, you're going to have to work. You have to be consistent mentally, physically, creatively. You're going to have to be stronger than anybody doing this.
Right.
So,
and never let up.
With you being an artist, I do want to touch on this one subject. Being an artist and everybody saying that it's the most dangerous thing to be a rapper or stuff like that. What do you think about the P&B Rock murder and all that type of stuff like that? Rest in peace to them.
Yeah, rest in peace, definitely. I think the whole shit is crazy. Like at the end of the day, to me, with all this gun shit, it's like, and I ain't even gonna be like sound like the old dude. It's some weak shit. Nobody can throw hands. But to me, niggas be mad at you for being popping, for getting attention. It ain't even much about the bag no more. It's people's perception of you. So at the end of the day, like it's all some weak shit. I don't know people, like we don't see it all, no matter how much they report on them. But he didn't seem like a person with the type of energy. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's just weak and it's unfortunate. It's even more so unfortunate we don't understand and celebrate these people as much as they should, even tap in as much as they should, we should until something fucked up. We can't get another record from them. Now we love them.
How you feel about artists, traveling around and having to check in? People saying you got to check in, that could save your life.
Let me say this.
Talk heavy, big motion.
Listen, I'm gonna give you honest motion. Look at me clear. Now, I never say I ain't gonna check in. To me, it sounds stupid as shit. Like me, just right now, I'm gonna go where I want to. I have, but at the same time, like I understand in this game, in this world, in the streets, it's different levels in everything. That street shit get political down to the police. Sometimes you can. I ain't been to that space. I've been blessed. I haven't been to that space, so I ain't gonna talk too crazy because it might be a time I need to check the fuck in. You understand? And my life gonna be good. And when in Rome do as Romans do, and even though that shit sound crazy, like different cultures, you go somewhere. If you pull your hand up and say how they gonna take it as disrespect. So it's some places, man.
I feel how you feel, man.
Sometimes
even we can go back to a smaller scale to my own city. If somebody was coming here, they could call me and be like, "Yo, I'm on the way to something, small town, whatever. But still, I'm gonna be able to say, yo, go here, don't go there. Yo, go here.
Right.
Yo, my man, you need this. Oh, my man about to come through. He from out of town. He good though. You see what I'm saying? So I can connect them dots for you. My bad. I hit the
I was wondering what that
sound effect button, man. Yeah, it's about to go off in a minute. But yeah, you know, somebody can connect those dots for you when you moving around somebody's city. So I don't see nothing wrong with it. Ain't nobody extorting nobody, but just saying, yo, I'm here. You know, and I know you in the land, so I can tell you what to do, what not to do, who to see, who not to see, who I can't control everything, but if you go in certain places, yo, my man coming through you from out of town, take care of him, he good.
Right.
And bro, let me say this, and I advise this to everybody. This ain't no, oh, I'm super street nigga. Like, this is just smart to me. Like you said, I go a lot of places. And you might even see me go a lot of places by myself. I don't go to any city or state. It's rare, and it's been blessing that I don't know people or my people know somewhere. Before I get there, people know I'm there. They might not be the people to check in, but they some, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People know I'm there. They know where I'm going to be, and they know if I call, they going to be there. Because, like, you can act macho and have pride, but at the end of the day, it's just like survive. Like, you know what the world is.
Yeah.
I'm a little nigga, and I'm bringing, if I'm doing a show, I'm bringing all my motherfucking jury out.
Damn right.
And I pop my shit, so like realistic, like I'm not coming out Superman. Like it might go that way.
Yeah. Your one job is to get back home to your family. You feel me?
I don't hang out long after the show like everybody be chilling outside. You try to talk to me too long after the show. If I ain't got like the whole, like bro, I'm sliding. Like hit me on the jet. Like y'all don't understand the world like I would say, like I've seen.
Yeah.
Right.
From me being on all different sides, and like I'm just realistic, and like you said, the goal to get home, it got to be a good reason that I don't get to see my daughters every night, and it can't be because I'm trying to flex or proving I'm something. Like I know what I will and have done. I don't got shit to prove in that.
Facts, man.
Definitely.
Can you plug all your social media for the people, man?
Social media is really just like IG,
websites, all that.
Gaudy Biggs, Gaudy. Biggs, no spaces. YouTube the same, Gaudy Biggs, Gaudy Biggs. Website GaudyBiggs.com.
Hey man.
Definitely, if you need a model, if you need set consultations, my first model, girl, we published over 50 times in the first year type thing. You know, we negotiating something about getting people, our models flown out, being compensated. No more of this like undercutting our own people. But G Monsters, that's on Instagram. Gaudy Stars, get the drip, the merch. We got different people in big places about to be in some special videos soon. Big love to everybody that participated. So Gaudy Stars, GAUDYSTARS, like. Check for that, Spotify. Everything is Gaudy Biz because I'm a motherfucking businessman. It makes sense, don't it?
Yeah, all you gotta do is, and they can just
Gaudy.
Google that name and everything will just pop up.
Yeah,
Please
man.
do.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you coming through. You know, we could talk for hours and hours and
sir.
hours. You're an honorary member of Big Motion Podcast. Anytime you want to come through for an exclusive, anytime you want to sit down, you know, on the pod.
Anytime you want to flame that booth up again.
Anytime you want to give us some bars.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we here, man, but we thank you for coming out. My name is Bezo803 at social media. Another exclusive. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, notification button. Ben Mikey, talk to him.
Hey, man, we out of here, man. We getting up out of here, man.
We out of here, man. We about to go in the booth. We going in the booth.
Sheesh.
About to go in the booth right now.